How I Became a Millionaire in 1 Year, Motivational Story. We all have the same dreams.
We all share the same inner visions. We all want to be among the best 1% in the world. We all want to grab a seat and make something of ourselves.
However, most people never really succeed with the ambitions they've set for themselves, whether they are written on paper or just subconsciously taking over their minds. It doesn't matter if you want to be a superstar, a golf expert, a doctor, a YouTuber, or a successful businessman, the outcome is always the same. Money. A lot of money. In this video, I will tell you, step by step, how I gained $2.4 million in 1 year and turned from broke to rich. How I Became a Millionaire in 1 Year, Motivational Story. While growing up, I had always wanted to be able to afford a great lifestyle and take care of my family. As a teenager, I always wanted to spoil my girlfriends with fancy boots and scarves and to buy my friends alcohol in the club. I once bought a 150,000 Golden Dom Perignon after growing my net worth, but that's another story. If you want to see the footage, there will be a link below and in the top right corner. So, all in all, wherever I looked, money seemed to be the answer to what I truly wanted. Some millions. When I was 18, I started working at the local potato shop where I drove loads of potatoes back and forth across the city. In the cold winter nights, my pay rate was about $10 per hour, and in the summertime my boss only gave me $4 because he said that the feeling of driving a Chevy truck in the summer was more than half the payment. From that day on, I saw the importance of luxury cars. How people would want to pay almost anything to lease, show off and speed off in some awesome cars. Therefore, I saved up $3,500 American and bought myself a 1992 Porsche Boxster and charged $100 to lend it out to weddings, tourists and other people who had nothing against driving a cheap-ass Porsche truck that looks nothing like a freaking Aston Martin DBS, which is the car I now own. There will also be a link to a video where I speed through Portland in that car. However, when I turned 22, I had suddenly made about 60 racks, which was a lot where I lived. Because of this, I spent 8 racks on a rental property in the suburban part of my city and then spent the other $52,000 on a brand new Porsche Boxster with automatic gears. Now, I had 2 Boxsters. The new Boxster gave me the option to charge like 600 racks for lending it out. And so I did. Suddenly, we were talking $700 to $1,400 a day on the busy days. After 2 years doing this, I had made about 330 bands after tax, food, an expensive vacation and so on. I then extended my rental period in the little apartment for another 5 years and bought a brand new Rolls-Royce Phantom with Bluetooth, flat screens and umbrellas inside. It had cost me roughly 300 bands and I immediately saved up another $5,000 to spray it in Gucci logos. Now, when I hit the clubs, I could get free champagne bottles in the entrance. Of course, I took all of the bottles home each time, leaving me with like $2,000 worth of champagne each month. So now I had $2,000 a month from the champagne, about $31,500 a month from the 2 Boxsters in the good months, and I also owned a Rolls-Royce, which was my private car though. However, whenever I got another band into my bank account, I either blew it on investing into the Rolls-Royce by, for example, pulling in some new leather seats, or I blew it on Balenciaga shirts. I knew that the solution was simple. I had to make more money. A ton of money. Therefore, I opened a restaurant in the upper-class area of my city, where I sold hamburgers, pizzas, sushi, cakes, pasta, ice cream, Chinese food, grilled foods, and normal foods. I sold anything and everything related to foods, even snacks and candy and soda and champagne. I also sold the 2 Porsches to 2 wealthy customers. For that money, I invested in ivory furniture, British designer lamps, Italian couches and a big subwoofer. In total, I had blown hundreds of rags on the restaurant, which sadly closed the following year since it had a 1.6 rating on Trustpilot. Many customers had found hair or gum in some of the dishes that I sold, from anywhere from $100 to $400. This landed me a huge debt and I lost the Rolls-Royce and my Balenciaga clothes. I only had the tiny apartment and $1,800 in my bank account. Suddenly, one day in the winter of 2019, I saw 2 Russian entrepreneurs who wanted to start a luxury concept on YouTube. They needed a voice actor who could bring their video ideas to life. I contacted them at once, but they would not let me do the job interview unless I paid them 1.5 stacks in dollars. So I did. I was now completely broke and had put almost everything into this one chance. Luckily, by using some charm and talent, I got the job and immediately signed a $600,000 deal. And other than that, for each time my voice was used on one of their videos, they paid me $10K in cash. After doing 5 videos that performed extremely well, they even gifted me a Rolex worth $30K. I just kept going and suddenly I had $2.4 million in the freaking bank. For this money, I bought a $1.7 million crib in Klabzes, bought a $100,000 Maserati, a $250,000 Aston Martin, a $200,000 Lambo and a $100,000 Richard Mille watch. Now I had $50K left, which I invested in a good stock that kept making me thousands and thousands. And I still get $10K per video. Yes, it is me. Yes. So I guess that the message of this video is that the only way to become rich is to keep spending all your money when you get them, so that you force yourself to make some more. I don't know, I'm not an economist. But hell yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching.